don't think I'm doing this right.
Ladies, gentlemen, geeks of all ages, you are now entering BJ Shea's Geek Nation. Welcome.
Hey guys, Chris Walker here, Walk Like a Flame with BJ Shea's Geek Nation, back again with another episode of On the Couch with Chris. Recently I had a chance to play Star Trek Bridge Crew. It's the latest VR game, and we got to play it on HTC Vive. It's incredible. I mean, it was off the charts good. It was so amazing, you guys. I as a fan of Star Trek and video games, this was right up my alley. It was a no-brainer. Star Trek video games, by and large, have been, I'll say it, I don't mind, kind of crummy. I mean, I'm struggling to think of one really exceptionally good Star Trek game. If you know one, let me know. Leave me a comment and I will try it. I will absolutely try it. I've tried most of the Star Trek games, though, I'll warn you right now. But none of them have really ever captured the essence of Star Trek and also been a fun game. Nothing that really stands out. You know, Star Wars video games are great. Almost all of them. There's only one or two bad ones for Star Wars. This new one is going to change all that. If you guys haven't tried out VR yet, I mean, I've done it a few times myself now, and it is absolutely spectacular. It is wave of the future for video games. It's the kind of thing that is really going to reinvigorate a lot of game players and really challenge the way that we play video games. And I'm really looking forward to that revolution. And I'm definitely going to be getting a VR set for myself. I was trying to decide whether I needed one for the PlayStation 4 or for the Xbox, but then I saw a trailer online today for Fallout 4 VR, and I think I've made my decision. Oh my God, you guys! If you haven't seen this trailer yet, go look at it. I'll try and put a link for it somewhere in the comments or somewhere. I assume I have that ability. We'll find out. It looks like just walking around in Fallout, of course, but it's VR, so it's all right in your face. If you haven't seen the VR yet, basically you put on the headset, got these two controllers that do everything. They're separate, so you can move around independently and point out one things and do the other things. And if one of them's your gun, you have to figure out how to cock it, but while you're holding on. So basically you've got this in both hands, and you have to not bump those together, but it's still really cool and a lot of fun. The Star Trek game that we played, you were actually at a console on the bridge, and your controllers were your hands, and you had to put your fingers on certain buttons over here and do and make everything happen. With the Fallout, it looks like you've got, obviously if you're walking around and you have a weapon of some kind, you're using one of your hands for that. The crafting mechanism is very, it looks really intuitive. There's not a whole lot to see from this video. There's a lot to just sort of intuit and kind of hopefully pick apart by watching it 8 times like I did. But it looks like it's going to take Fallout 4, which is already one of my absolute favorite games, and turn it into this amazing spectacle. The gameplay itself, VR, obviously is going to have a lot of changes. I'm hoping that means that they're going to nerf some of the baddies, only because one thing I've learned about playing VR games, and especially any VR game that has a weapon involved, it's really tricky. It's not as easy as just hitting X to reload and then, oh, you're good. No, you have to actually, like, reload, and you've got these two things that and you can't see what your hands are doing. All you see is what's going on in the game. I think it's going to be complex, and it's going to make a lot of the aiming and all of that stuff really difficult, or at least more difficult than it is on just a console. And I hope that they've got a plan for that. Well, I'm sure they do. Bethesda's really good about that stuff. And I mean, depending which system you get this on, whether it's going to be on the Vive or if it's going to be on Xbox VR or the PlayStation VR, whatever, then we'll see. I don't know what the controllers are like on either of those systems. I have played around with Vive a little bit, and Vive. I've heard it both ways. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's Vive. Apologies, HTC. So other things I'm looking forward to as far as VR, I don't even know what's out there yet. I know that I'm going to be playing Fallout 4 VR, that I'm probably going to shell out the ducats to pick up the HTC Vive for the Star Trek game. It is incredible, you guys. Unless I can find a place that'll just let me go play it, like a game lounge or a game cafe or something like that. There's got to be something like that around here. I'm going to look into that and let you know. I'll get back to you on that. If I can find a place, I'll let everybody in the greater Seattle metropolitan area know all about it, because I'll be up on the roof shouting. How about you guys? Are you as excited about VR games and things like that as I am? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let's get a conversation going on this. And if you're not, let me know why, and let's talk about that a little bit. Maybe you can talk me out of it. Maybe you can convince me not to spend my money on this thing. Good luck. And that's about all the time I've got for today, guys. So until next time, stay nerdy. It looks like it's going to make Fallout great. And like, just, that's a terrible thing to say. Make Fallout great again? Nope. Hey! Cats.